Hello dear friend, this is Dr. Jyoti Wagmare and I welcome all of you in the third video on vocabulary. The learning outcome of this session is, at the end of this session, students will be able to understand the importance and ways to improve their vocabulary. In the first video, we have learned what is the importance of vocabulary building to enhance your communication skills. And at the same time, we have learned what are the ways to build your vocabulary. In the second video, we have learned about root words and the connotations of the word. In this third video, we are going to deal with prefixes, suffixes and the collocations. Let us learn prefixes and suffixes. A prefix is a letter or a group of letters that appears at the beginning of a word and changes the word's original meaning. A suffix is a letter or a group of letters that is usually added onto the end of words to change the way a word fits into a sentence grammatically. Collectively, prefixes and suffixes are known as affixes. Prefixes and suffixes are not words in themselves. They do not make sense in a sentence if used on their own. While studying them, we put a hyphen to denote their incompletion. If you study prefixes and suffixes, you will become more comfortable with the language as you develop the ability to recognize words that you were not familiar with. At the same time, the knowledge of the prefixes and suffixes will build the confidence with vocabulary, and it goes a long way in reading, writing, listening and speaking. English vocabulary is enormous and is growing continuously. A majority of the new words introduced to the language and a great percentage of the words used to express abstract ideas are complex words. These words are made up of simple word parts, affixes and the roots, that have their own definitions and can be understood in context without an exact definition. By studying the most prominent prefixes and suffixes, you can acquire a vocabulary that is far greater than the sum of its parts. Here there are some examples of the prefixes and their meanings. The prefix anti means against, auto means of or by oneself, and the words like anti-war, anti-social are made by the prefix anti. Anti-war means against the war, anti-social means against the society. The words like autopilot and autograph are made by the prefix auto. Prefix by means to or twice, and the words like bilingual, biannual are made by this prefix. The prefix ex means former, and the words like ex-president, ex-student, which means former president, former students, are found by it. The prefix ex means also out of, and the words like excel and extracts are formed by it. Micro means small, and the words microscopic, microbiology, microcomputer are found by it. Prefix mis means badly or wrongly, and the words like misunderstood, misinformed are made by it. Prefix mono means one or single, and the words like monotonous, monotony are found by it. Multi means many, and the words like multipurpose, multicultural are found by it. Over means too much, and overdose, oversleep, overdue are the words. Post means after. Post-war, post-government, postmodern, post-colonial are the examples of the words which are formed with the prefix post. Let us learn the examples of suffixes in English language. The common suffixes in English language are age, ill, wise, ity, ty, ment, ment, ness, ness, and ship. Let us see how the words are formed with these suffixes. IOUS or OUS means characterized by, and the words like pious, jealous, religious, and ridiculous are made by these suffixes. The suffix age means action or the process, and the words drainage, orphanage, marriage, salvage are made by this suffix. Suffix al means pertaining to, and the words like fictional, regional, musical, logical, accidental are made by it. The suffix wise means in relation to. The words otherwise, likewise, clockwise, anticlockwise are made by it. The suffix ity or ty, it means quality of, and the words like extremity, positivity, validity are made by it. The suffix ment means condition, and the words like enchantment, argument, achievement are made by it. The suffix nes, it means state of being, and the words like heaviness, highness, sickness are the examples of the words created with this suffix. Ship means position held, and examples are friendship, hardship, internship, etc. Let us learn the concept of collocations. A collocation is a familiar grouping of words, especially words that habitually appear together and thereby convey meaning by association. For example, we normally say heavy rain, and we never use the collocations such as strong rain or big rain. Strong rain and big rain, they are grammatically correct, but both strong rain and big rain sound completely strange. If you use the normal collocation heavy rain, your English will sound a lot better and more natural. Why do we need collocations? Collocations are important to make language interesting and natural. Collocations help adhere to a proper pre-decided structure of language. It aids in giving other better forms of presentation of words. It enhances language skills and leads to innovation. And last but not the least, collocations beautify the language. Let us learn the types of collocations. First is noun plus noun, such as tea leaf, service industry, single entry, death camp, peer group, street name, etc. The second type of the collocation is noun plus verb, and the examples are dogs bark, water flows, bears growl, pigs grunt, paper flutters, leaves rustle, etc. The third type of the collocation is adjective plus noun, such as high fever, burning sensation, blurred vision, critical analysis, etc. The fourth type of the collocation is adverb plus adjective. For example, completely satisfied, meticulously studied, etc. The last type of the collocation is verb plus adverb, such as performed magically, sang melodiously, read thoroughly, informed repeatedly, etc. Here there are some collocations which are very common in the business communication, such as make a profit, make a loss, sales figures, security blanket, cease to trade, dollar diplomacy, go bankrupt, blank check, service charge, trade route, profit margin, excise tax, chair a meeting, annual turnover, cash flow. Let us learn how to learn collocations. The first and foremost way is read extensively. While reading books, newspapers, we came across use of collocations that show us the proper usage. Try and make different collocations. Check for new combinations. You might come up with something new. Referring a good dictionary to look for collocations is also useful. Then, club words of a category. For example, collocations related to time, distance, money, etc. Think of various collocations possible for a given word. For example, remember, faintly remember, vividly remember, distinctly remember, hardly remember, etc. Be aware and alert. Identify the collocation. Here there are some common collocations, such as bright sun, scorching sun, break the ice, cordial meeting, informal meeting, read completely, understood completely, unbearable pain, coveted freedom, break the rule, strict rules, abide my rules, tough decision, momentous decision, single unit, army unit, blowing wind, fierce wind, give a presentation, counter an argument, save time, spare time, close a meeting, chair a meeting, burst into tear. Building vocabulary is a very powerful way to enhance your life and career. It is pleasurable and profitable investment of both your time and effort. Spend a few minutes a day on a regular basis to study words or to attempt vocabulary building exercises, and it will surely be a rapid enhancement in your vocabulary skills. This is in turn will help improving your communication skills. See, already you have learned many words and you are having an extensive vocabulary, and with each passing day more words will be added to it whether you work on it or not. But there is a need to work consistently and with dedication if your desire is to enhance the speed of your learning. There are no shortcuts. Please remember, there are no shortcuts and no magical ways to improve your vocabulary overnight. But the larger your vocabulary bank is, the easier it will become for you to make associations and links between new words and the vocabulary you already possess. Make it easier to remember the word and its meaning. And as your vocabulary grows, so will the pace of your learning. Then reading, maintaining a journal, solving the word puzzles. You have to use all of these ways regularly. These are the references. Thank you.